Waiting. Hosting a show. Hello. I'm hosting a show on YouTube. And the show is gonna be bigger than something I usually do. Let's start with what is the biggest puzzle you could possibly do, such as this puzzle. But what can you do? You can make it bigger, make it 20 by 20 or 30 by 30 even. But it's still relatively the same thing. What's different is the amount of time it takes. Then let's go with juggling. For example, you could just juggle 3 balls, and that is relatively a simple task for now. But there's something different. It requires some thinking and some change, but it's different. And then there's this chess. What kind of puzzles are here? When you open it up, as you can see, it's a little different. Hello, my users, the real Alex deleted. This is chess. You can move like pawn to e4, pawn to e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, and you get the Royal Lopez opening. So each one has a different opening and each one has a different customization. Let's put it back. Okay, so each one has different opportunities. Even when you drawing, it's different. So creative ideas is what you should put your thoughts and ideas to formulate certain things that will actually get your mind working the right way and figure out what's possible. Even when you read, for example, hello Francisco Purification M2O. So I have something. Let me check. For example, this only a $3 lottery, but it's a pretty good one. It shows how you can get a specific combination and win a prize, which is pretty cool for $3. It's called Lucky Lines. I have two of the same pens, but which one has ink and which one doesn't, I'm not sure. One has ink and one doesn't. And if I were to test it out, I would know the answer. Which is obvious, but if it's 50-50 chance, and then let's assume there is an equal here, all the colors are equal. The white color is equal to every other color. Green, orange, red, yellow, and blue. They're all equal. All of them have the same number of pieces on each side. The cool part is each ball has also the same exact weight, the same exact color and texture. Everything's the same. But what's different is eventually, when they wear out, they're gonna be each unique and different. So it's all about what happens in the future that changes everyone. Even twins change, even quadruplets change. So the future changes the way you view the world and changes the whole entire economy as well. What's unique? It changes everything. And you can understand the difference when you, the more you look at the future, the bigger the difference there will be. which is cool. But at the beginning, everything might be the same. But in the future, everything is different. That's what will happen. It's really something that changes. Even when you look at a chess board, for example, open it up again. At the beginning, it's the same, right? But when you move the pieces, it starts to be different already. It already changes. So, just one movement and the change is already there. Just one movement. What I think in the future, there might be something that changes the entire atmosphere. It changes everything. And what does that do? It means there will be something that is powerful and something that is beyond our control. Like the weather, like whether the meteor will actually destroy the planet. But it won't, because we'll have better technology to figure things out. Let's assume that there's something that is beyond the realm, like galactic universal everything. That was funny. Galactic, the powers of everything, really. You might look at life differently than others. Like, everyone has their own opinion. And if you look at life, you can't find things that would be different from someone else's point of view. So one person's point of view might be that there might be a way to make everyone equal, right? Another person's point of view might be that you can make everyone different. Maybe one person is better than another person, or something like that. Or it can be where you want to have an entire spectrum, a whole understanding how everything works and how you might have different opinions. To be brilliant is one thing, but to make everyone equal, that's another thing. Like, for example, who is the smartest in the world? Can everyone be as smart as them? Or how would things be different. Maybe as rich, wealth. Everyone is different in their own ways, and I have really good ideas that demonstrate how the world can be, the potential, the ability to learn, and the ability to change the world. I want to make the world a better place for everyone. And the best way for that to happen is to make it better than you found it, than how you found it. So, if the world is better, we can make it even more than you can realize. I think the truth is how you make the world a better place. Find the reality. Find the thing that will make the world even greater than you found it. So, if you find the world a really great place to live in already, try and make it even better than that. And if you find a worse place to live in, then you can find even more ways to make the world a better place. There's something that everyone can do. And if you can find that, you can make things better for everyone. Maybe something that is valuable. You can change the world and find ways to actually improve what's possible. Improve on and change it. Maybe someone might view it a perspective like this, right? Another person might view it like this, or like this, or like this. And it changes based on where you see it from. But it's all the same once you finish. Everything's the same. Hello, Khalif3514. Maybe things are different. But once you find the way, it'll all lead to the same path. I think there are many paths to follow, but there might be one direction and there might be another direction. Find the other direction if you can. So if you find what you truly want to do, you can do something to find a way to reach your goals. And you can succeed if you just believe it's possible. I had many things to say. I have so many things to say, but things are different. And sometimes let me see if I can find something. Internal drive. Capabilities. Certain components in life. But you're not limited to what's possible. You're limited to what's impossible. Or are you? You're limited by the impossible. But you have to first figure out the limits. And once you do that, you can find a class that you're in. And once you find the doors to securely understand which path you might want to follow, you can find the information to regulate your internal being. Recharge yourself. Find certain moments that will get you to the highest level and even reach the beyond. And if you want to become a master at anything, you can. It's possible. If you truly want to achieve something, you also can. You have to want it more than anything you ever had before. Let's assume there's a point or something different. And to continue, there's an additional way to understand each and every aspect. There's a specific point of view that changes everything. Let's see. I'm good at picking up information and understanding it in a way that others might have troubles in understanding. And that is my unique technique. I would say it's a value that is quite different. Perhaps if I was like a TV host, right? A TV host. Except I would have pants on. But I still be a TV host. What would I say if I was a TV host? I would say this. Welcome to Wheel of Fortune. Choose your prize, any prize you want. And then what I would say is, your luck is in your hands. And if you spin the wheel correctly, you land on a prize. but there's something wrong. Oh, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. The prize is this. I'm not holding my hands. Brooklyn. Perhaps there's an idea that is unique enough to perform on YouTube. And that idea might be like, how many ways can you interpret an idea? And then there might be an infinite amount of ways, right? So you can think about it in chunks of information or in different sets of ideas. That's too complicated. So we have to simplify to understand. This is way too complicated for many people, and even for me, which I have solved the Rubik's Cube plenty of times, and like the stickers got removed a bit, but that's a bit out of trajectory of what I want to say. But if you want to achieve something, you can. If you want to become better at something, you always can. No matter what age you are or how sick you are. If you try to improve little by little bit, you'll get better and improve and feel better all the time. The best things in life are ahead of us, and I believe that if you want to achieve something, you can. If you want to have a specific idea and set it up towards the highest level, you can. Even if it's too difficult for you to achieve, you can take it step by step and do things that no one else can. Thanks, Kaif, for being here. My foot. The most important part of life is to live your life the best or the most honest way you can. To truly live it out to what's possible. Maybe not the most best life possible, but still to live it out and to do things to make the world a better place. To continue to progress. To continue to grow. And everything is a patience game. You have to wait it out. Like I am right now. And fully understand that the future is waiting for you. Since the future is waiting for you, you're important. You change everything. If you're alive, you're important. No matter what you are, who you are, where you're from, if you're alive, you're important. So recognize that if you want something, you can achieve it because it's possible. If you want something, try to achieve as close as you can to it. For example, you want to become, let's say, want to complete a game, such as well, drawing. You want to draw Mona Lisa, right? Well, someone already did that. Someone already achieved that. Someone already drew that. So that means it's possible for you as well. Look at what's possible. Then, see what others did, which is possible. And that gives you the true idea that you can do it as well. Anything that anyone did, you can achieve it as well. You gotta believe that you can. Maybe even better than that. Maybe make it even better. Try to improve on it. And you can do it. For example, someone already solved this cube already. So I know I could solve it too if I really tried. So someone did something, you know you can if you really try, that it's possible. If you take it step by step, you'll eventually do something that is difficult. And you will achieve the results that you want. Let me try to take things up to the next level. You have a planet called Earth. Let's assume this is Earth. And if you want to take things to an even higher level, you can go outer space. And if you want to take even higher level than that, maybe galactic travel. Or something that is beyond your reach at the moment. Which is really tough to do. It's a challenge. Beyond what you thought was possible. So if you take things to the next level, you will always have something that will challenge you, and you will need to find the next level of that level, and you continue to the next level, and continue upwards and upwards and upwards, and it's probably infinite. The most important key is that there's always a higher level, no matter what happens. No matter how far you go up, there's always a high level. So don't be afraid, because there's always a high level. So you know, after you complete one level, there's always another next level, and there's always a level after that. So you always have something to look forward to think about. And that's the most important key to life. Is that there's always a higher level. Always. I want you to understand that. Then you can truly figure out that life is infinite. That's the impossible. Why is it infinite? That's the most important key. I think the answer is that there's something that creates and something that becomes better and better each and every time. So progress is infinite. What else is infinite? I think when you add numbers one by one, for example, that could be a million, and then there could be a million and one. If you keep adding, it's always infinite. There's always a number to add extra. So you always know that there's always extra to think about, always something else to do. So what you have to figure out is, what's the highest level that you are at the moment, and then go an even higher level than that. And keep going. Don't settle. Don't stop. You will find out that it truly is infinite. When you see every point, everything, it's infinite. And if you want to learn, then you can learn that since it's infinite, you can go a long way. Think of things that you never thought of, and try to do the almost impossible if you can. Keep learning, and you'll find out that there's light. I turned the light up. Light might have a constant speed, maybe a limit. But there's something else. There has to be. There's something else. It's breathtaking. It takes a certain understanding to know what your limits are. But if you go further, then you will reach the point that makes you understand the power that you can wield can change everything. It can change the world, make it a better place. Find ways to make it better, to make it better for everyone. And I figured out what's possible. At least that you can change it little by little bit. Smile more. Do more things. Make it better. Sometimes there are different theories. If you're a scientist, and everyone should be thinking not really like a scientist, but something even better than a scientist. But what is that? What's better than a scientist? Well, someone that has no limits on what's possible. A person who imagines, a person who thinks at an even higher level. If you want to take things up the highest level you can, you should. But don't go to the highest level yet, because you don't know what the highest level is. If there is that level in the first place. I believe that if you want to succeed in anything that you do, you have to first believe in something, anything. For example, you can believe in like anything you want to believe in. Just believe. You can believe in, for example, first, believe in what you want to believe in. Next, believe in what your imagination gives you the possibility of believing. And if you know what you want to believe in, or figure it out, try to take things a little further, and you will achieve the best solution to everything. I think it's possible to go a little bit further each and every time. Maybe a lot further sometimes. You might have a few bumps on the road, but if you get through them, you'll be unstoppable. Indestructible. Did you know that we're indestructible? Which is hard to believe in. But you live forever. Somewhere you exist and you live forever. It's different. You might think that you're immortal, which you are for now, but something will change. You'll be back somehow, and you will have probably powers that you never thought was possible. The future is waiting. That's what you have to know. Even though you might think that there's a lot of problems out there, there'll be greater solutions, greater ideas, and everything will be better. You have to wait it out. Or, if you don't want to wait, you have to find a solution yourself. But if you can't find the solution, all you have to do is just wait till you can find the solution. Try to find a solution if you can. In life, what you have to do is find a solution to the next stage. The stage awaits. And it's right now. Life is all about your performance. This is an audition to what's waiting for you in the future. It's a benchmark, a way of showing what you can do right now, and it'll be different in the future. Be the kindest you can be, and be as wise as you can be as well, maybe. But be kind. If you're kind, you will show the beauty in life, the beauty at what's possible. Be pure of heart if you can. The kinder you are, the better the world will be. It'll shift. It'll change for the better. Maybe there might be some sort of laws and regulations might be different. Certain conditions must be met in order to support life. And certain responsibilities have to be given to make things better for everyone. Tell others that if you want to be in the best world, or at least a place that you want to live in. Right now, life is almost perfect because we have certain rules that make it perfect. Life is perfect. Life can be better, but you have to understand how the world works. Since it goes from A, beginning, and there must be. Does the beginning always have an end? That's the question. I think there is no end. Once you start, there's no end. But the good thing is, there's always something to look forward to. And once you have something to look forward to, you will know what to do. Okay. It's time for me to go. Thank you.